Good day, Simmers. Welcome once again to SIMantha's FreePlay channel. And in this episode, we are going to talk about pet farms. So a lot of Simmers who are just starting out with the game, they are asking about the pet farm because there are several of those who go to Sims FreePlay groups in Facebook asking how they can be able to get LPs, and that's the currency with the yellow icon up there. And one of the best ways to earn LPs for free, if you're not doing hobby events or hobby activities and other resources, you can get them from pet farms. You will have to harvest them from pet farms. So you might want to check out your neighbors to check and see if they have a pet farm set up. So you can just visit their SimTown and then you can do the harvesting. And that's what we're going to do right now. We will check to see how many LPs I would be able to harvest from my friend's pet farm in their neighborhood. And we'll time it for, say, the first 5 minutes. Let's see how many LPs we can harvest. And if you are looking at my resources on top of the screen with the yellow icon or the yellow currency, I currently have 2 billion plus. It's because I topped up my game with a lifetime package. But prior to topping up my game, I used to visit May Simmer's neighborhood to specifically harvest LPs from her pet farm. I would normally stay there for at least an hour, sometimes a max of 3 hours. And in around that time, it is not impossible for you to be able to harvest 50 to 100 LPs, depending on how much interaction you have with the pets and how much activity you're doing there. And as you can see right now, my LPs end in 606, so that I have 2,099,655,606 LPs. So we're just gonna concentrate on the last three numbers of my total LP, so that's 606. And we are gonna go ahead and visit May Simmer's town. So I'll see you there. Okay, so right before we go visit May Simmer's SimTown and visit her pet farm in that neighborhood, I wanted to show you my SimTown once again to let you know that I do have my own pet farm. And that's the one that's strategically located right next to the cake farm. So this part of the neighborhood is where you would normally find my four main lots, which is comprising of the SP house, the cake farm, the pet farm, and the hobby and events house. Okay, in my pet farm I have 70 pets. That's the number to the left where you can see the paw icon. And from here we are gonna go ahead and visit May Simmer's town, and we are just gonna need to go to the party boat. So whichever icon you have on your device, because it's different depending on the device that you're using. Mine, I'm using a Samsung phone, Android phone, so I normally just click this location icon, and then this is where I can find the globe icon to go into the party boat. So let's click on that, and we will go ahead and wait for that to load. And for this particular visit, I'm going to be taking Veronica Simone. That's she's one of my main Sims in this particular cloud. So let's look for May Simmer first. There we go. It's May Simmer. Let's click visit, and then let's wait for the Sim tracker to load. And then this is alphabetical, so we'll have to pull this down to letter V for Veronica. Veronica. Let's click on my sim and then let's go visit May Simmer's town. And here we are. Welcome, May Simmer town. Okay, so we are now in May Simmer's town, and for me to be able to easily identify which is the pet farm around this neighborhood is for me to locate for a house that has a huge amount of number of pets, and it's right here. And most of us, when we create pet farms, we would normally label them like so. So I'll explain to you how this is done, but the best way really is to check and see how many pets that particular lot or a particular lot in the neighbor's town has. So like this one has 66, and the 66 is showing right next to the paw icon. That's the number of pets. That's an indication. So let's go in, and like I mentioned earlier, we will check and see how many LPs we'll be able to harvest once we're in the pet farm for the first 5 minutes. You will notice that earlier I mentioned my number of LPs ended in 606. It now ends in 607. That's because I tried harvesting earlier and was trying to do the filming, but something happened. So it now went up to 608. I was able to harvest one. It's 424. So let's check back later after 5 minutes how much more I can be able to harvest in the 5 minutes. So if you're seeing an icon here with an exclamation point, that means you're harvesting from a cat. If you'll see a shovel, that means you're harvesting from a dog. So right now most of the icons showing is an exclamation point. Okay, so we already harvested one, and that's 4:24. It's 4:24 a.m. Okay, there's a shovel. You can also harvest simoleons. Mostly it's simoleons that you'll be able to harvest, but in between you should be able to harvest an LP or two. Maybe I'll have my sim interact with this sim. It'd be nice. Okay. You can also have the pets using this slide. This is for dogs, and then the cat run is for the cats. You can fill the bowls, although they fill up on their own as far as I can remember. But that's one way to interact with the pets, so you can raise their level of happiness, because as you can see, for some of them they're not 100% happy, so you have to play with them. And the happier the pets are, the better, the faster that they're able to dig up simoleons and LPs. There, there's another one. So we're 609 now. We were able to harvest 2 in 2 minutes. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to harvest any more in the next 3 minutes. Okay, so my Sims have become friends. So let's just continue with this one. Okay, let me show you their happiness level. For this cat right here, okay, that's 100%, which is good. Okay, let's look for one that doesn't have 100% happiness level, and let's have my sim pet them. For cats, it's the action that we can take is to pet them. This one. And then for dogs, it's praise. So let's have her raise the happiness level of this cat to 100, and then we'll have her praise one of the dogs. So while we're waiting, let's go up here. Let me show you how this label is done. You can have you can build rooms and shape them into letters, and then surrounded with balconies, and then that's gonna serve as your label, so that can be seen from the SIMtown map. Okay, so where was that cat again? Okay, I think I lost it. Let's just select another one. This one has 100%. Let's try this cat. There. Okay. Let's have her pet that cat. And let's take a close look at the two of them so we can see the happiness level going up. So you see how much quicker the icons are showing once your sim has more interactions with the pets, or the pets rather. So it's best that you have your sim interact with them, because it sort of creates, I don't know, a certain level of happy emotion when your sim is doing as much activity as they could with the pet. See, it already went up to 100. So let's try it with one of the dogs. Let's check if this, yeah, let's do it with this poodle. She's gonna praise the poodle. Let's see what time it is. 4:28. We still got a minute. Maybe let's stop at 4:30. So this first 6 minutes that we're here. Some of them go into the house as well, so if you see the icon, just harvest. Let's give it one more minute. Maybe we can harvest one more LP. So this is actually good if you just want to gain LPs for free on a smaller scale, like probably there's a 3 LP item, or an item that costs say 3 LPs, 5 LPs that you wanted to purchase without necessarily having to spend real money just to get LPs. You can just take some time, you know, sit around your neighbors, or have your sim play with pets in a neighbor's pet farm, and you can get them for free. All it takes is your level of patience as well. So I lost the poodle, but you basically get the idea on how you can raise the level of happiness to help you with your harvests by keeping the pets happy. Okay, so let's check the time now. So 4:30. So basically from 6:07 we went up to 6:09. So that's a couple of LPs. It could be more if you are fast enough to interact more with the pets right here. And just imagine how many 2 minutes or how many 5, 6 or 5 minutes you have in an hour, right? If you can get at least 2 in the first 5 minutes, that could be roughly around 24 LPs in an hour. And like I said, it will depend on your level of patience, on how much activity you're gonna have your sim in interacting with the pets, keep them happy, and they dig more for you. You're also earning simoleons at the same time, even if this is not as much simoleons that you can gain from a cake farm, but at least you're still able to harvest them for free. We got another one, so that's 6:10 right now. See, that was in a matter of what, 1 minute we were able to harvest another LP. So that would all be up to you, how productive you are when you are visiting your friends or your neighbors pet farm at their neighborhood. So I'm hoping that this video was able to answer some of your pending questions about what you can do in a neighbor's pet farm, and hopefully you'll be excited about visiting or checking out your neighbors, whether or not they have a pet farm, and spend some time harvesting some free LPs and simoleons to help you with your game. On our next episode, I will be creating a video on how to create your own pet farm. And then right after that, we will be discussing about the baby glitch and how you will be creating a cake farm in your town so you can also help your neighbors with their resources. And until the next time, thank you for watching. You have a good day.